Hello students, in last lecture we have seen what is circular motion, radius vector, angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration and uniform circular motion. Today we are going to see uniform circular motion in a broad perspective. So here we are with definition of uniform circular motion. The movement of a body following a circular path is called a circular motion. Now, the motion of a body moving with constant speed along a circular path is called uniform circular motion. Here, the speed is constant, but the velocity changes. From figure, we can see that velocity is constant with tangential to its path, and force is constant and direction is towards the center. If a particle is moving in a circle, it must have some acceleration acting towards the center, which is making it move around the center. Since this acceleration is perpendicular to the velocity of particle at every instant, it is only changing the direction of velocity and not magnitude, and that's why the motion is uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion is periodic motion. Any motion which goes on repeating in equal intervals of time is called periodic motion. If we want to calculate the period of uniform circular motion, then we have to measure time to complete one revolution, which can be calculated by using capital T is equal to 2 pi upon omega. The frequency of an object is the number of revolutions the object makes complete in a second. It is measured in units of 1 upon s or hertz. To make an object move, force is required. Force acts differently on objects depending on the type of motion it exhibits. In the case of curvilinear motion, two types of force come into the picture, that is, the centrifugal force and centripetal force. Centripetal force is a force acting towards the center of the circular path, whereas the centrifugal force acts in the direction pointing away from the center of the circle. Let us discuss centripetal and centrifugal force in detail. With the definition, the component of force acting on an object in curvilinear motion which is directed toward the axis of rotation or center of curvature. The unit of centripetal force is Newton. The centripetal force is always directed perpendicular to the direction of the displacement of the object. Centripetal force can be calculated by F is equal to MAC, or we can write this in another form, F is equal to mv square upon r, where F is centripetal force, AC is the centripetal acceleration, m is the mass of the object, v is the speed or velocity of the object, and r is the radius. Where AC is the centripetal acceleration, the direction of the force is toward the center of the circle in which the object is moving, or the oscillating circle. The speed in the formula is squared, so twice the speed needs 4 times the force. The inverse relationship with the radius of curvature shows that half the radial distance requires twice the force. it is real force. Centripetal force is responsible for changing the direction of velocity at every instant. If the centripetal force is absent, circular motion is not possible. Centripetal force does no work because work done is force into displacement. So, here displacement is 0. Therefore, work done by the object is 0. Here are some examples of centripetal force. Suppose a stone whirled round at the end of the string, whose other end is held in the hand. The centripetal force is supplied by the tension of the string. Another example is planet revolving round the sun, which is connected with unseen string, that is gravitational force. In an atom, electron revolves round the nucleus in circular orbit. In this case, centripetal force is provided by electrostatic force of attraction between positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electron. When a vehicle is taking a turn on curved road, force of friction between tires and road surface acts as centripetal force. It is also an example of centripetal force. Then, what is centrifugal force? In Newtonian mechanics, the centrifugal force is an inertial force, also called a fictitious or pseudo force, that appears to act on all objects when viewed in a rotating frame of reference. If an object moving in a circle and experiences an outward force, then this force is called the centrifugal force. However, the force also depends on the mass of the object, distance from the center of the circle, and also the speed of rotation. If the object has more mass, the force of the movement and the speed of the object will be greater. If the distance is far from the center of the circle, the force of movement will be more. By this, centrifugal force is defined as a force that arises from the body's inertia and appears to act on a body that is moving in a circular path which is directed away from the center around which the body is moving. Centrifugal force unit is Newton. The centrifugal force drives the object away from the center. It is fictitious force. Centrifugal force formula is given as the negative product of mass and tangential velocity squared divided by the radius, which implies that on doubling the tangential velocity, the centripetal force will be quadrupled. Mathematically, it is written as Fc is equal to minus mv square upon r, where Fc is the centrifugal force, m is the mass of the object, v is the velocity or speed of the object, r is the radius. Here, negative sign indicates that it is in an opposite direction. Here are the few examples of centrifugal force. When vehicle moves along a curved path, a passenger in the vehicle experiences a push in the outward direction due to centrifugal force. A bucket full of water is rotated circle at particular speed, water will not fall down. This is because weight of water is balanced by centripetal force. In dryer of washing machine, wet clothes are given spinning motion at high speed. Water particles are separated because of centrifugal force. These are the examples which we experience in our daily life. After this, it is important to differentiate these two forces, centripetal force and centrifugal force. Centripetal force is a real force, where centrifugal force is imaginary or pseudo force. Centripetal force directed along radius vector towards the center of the circle, where centrifugal force directed along radius vector away from the center of the circle. Centripetal force responsible to maintain uniform circular motion. Centrifugal force is not responsible for maintaining uniform circular motion. Centripetal force acts on the body performing uniform circular motion due to some unknown interaction like gravitational or electromagnetic frame, where centrifugal force appears only due to acceleration of frame of reference in no inertial frame. From the figure, we can see that there is a car rotating in a circular path. If C is the center of that circle, then R be the radius of that circle. N is normal reaction vertically upward, which balances weight mg. Fs force of static friction between road and the tires. This is static friction because it prevents the vehicle from outward slipping. Now, from figure, we can say that N is equal to mg. We can write it as equation number 1. We know that Fs, which is static friction, is equal to mr omega square is equal to mv square upon r. We can write it as equation number 2. So, divide equation 2 by 1. Fs upon n is equal to mr omega square upon mg. We can write this as mv square upon rmg. From both sides cancel out m, we get Fs upon n is equal to r omega square upon g is equal to v square upon rg. When the car is moving along the curved horizontal road, the necessary centripetal force is provided by force of friction. Therefore, by this we can say that centripetal force is equal to force of friction. mv square upon r is equal to Fs. We know that Fs is equal to mu s n. Therefore, mv square upon r is equal to mu s n. But we know that n is equal to mg. Put this value in above equation, then we get mv square upon r is equal to mu s upon mg. M gets cancelled from each side. Therefore, v square upon r is equal to mu s upon g. Rearranging this term, we get v square is equal to mu s rg. To find v max, we have to take square root. Finally, Vmax is equal to mu s Rg raised to 1 half, or we can say that under root of mu s Rg. Another application is well or wall of death. In simple word, we know this as mouth ka kuwa. While performing stunts which a vehicle is driven in horizontal circles, this is a vertical cylindrical wall of radius r inside. Now, we have to see that how many forces are acting on vehicle. Number 1, normal reaction N acting which is horizontally and towards the center. Number 2, weight mg acting vertically downwards. And finally, force of static friction Fs acting vertically upwards between vertical wall and the tires. Mg is balanced by Fs, so we can write this as Fs is equal to Mg. Only N is resultant centripetal force, so here N is equal to mr omega square, or we can write this as N is equal to mv square upon r. As we know, Fs is less than equal to mu Sn. Putting values of Sn, Fs and N, we get Mg less than equal to mu S mv square upon r. M is cancelled from both sides. Then we get G less than equal to mu S v square upon r. Rearranging above equation, we get v square greater than equal to Rg upon mu S. After this, taking square root, we get V minimum is equal to Rg upon mu S raised to 1 half, or we can say that V minimum is equal to under root Rg upon mu S.